So in February, I took an 8-day cruise on the Carnival Magic, and in this video, I just wanted to share my personal review of the Carnival Magic. Hello cruisers, welcome to my channel. I am Sherilyn Michaels, SIGCruiser, that's solo, introvert, and gluten-free cruiser. If you're new to my channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload a fresh new video, and of course, share. So in February, I took an 8-day cruise on the Carnival Magic, and in this video, I just wanted to share my personal review of the Carnival Magic. Now, to be completely fair, I've sailed the Carnival Magic 3 times total. The first time was New Year's 2018, I believe. And the second time was for my birthday. I had a group cruise for my birthday on February of 2019. So this year, 2020, is my 3rd time on the Carnival Magic. But on those sailings before, I wasn't blogging and I never made a cruise review video, so let's do it now. So I have a few things on my phone that I'm going to go through and just give my opinions on how they were. So the first thing was Embarkation. So on this cruise, this particular time, I usually fly in the day before, but prices were so high for hotel rooms, so I just decided to fly in the same day. I've done that before. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, so usually there's a frequent amount of flights going to the Florida area. So I did fly in the same morning, and I did something different. Instead of taking the Carnival shuttle like I usually do, I took Lyft to the port. It was simple and easy to do, calling Lyft from the airport. I was a single passenger and we went directly to the port. No problems, no traffic. It was pretty early in the morning, although a little bit later than my usual, but pretty easy peasy, no problems there. So I would do it again, yes. Got to the port and boarding the Carnival Magic. By that time, like I said, it was probably about 11 or so. Usually I'm there earlier and sitting in the waiting area, but they had already started boarding the ship. So basically, it was my first time platinum, so I took the platinum lines, the faster to the fun lines, and pretty much just sailed right through. It was like I just basically walked on the ship. So very pretty easy peasy for the embarkation. No problems there on my part. So embarkation gets a check. The next thing, the stateroom. Now, the other times that I was on the Carnival Magic, I had a balcony room. I used to get balcony rooms all the time. But I wanted to do something different because I found myself not really using the balconies as much because I like to be out on the open deck on a lounger. So I tried the interior room with the window. So it's almost like an ocean view room, but it's categorized under the interior staterooms. It's at the very front of the ship, and there's an exit door nearby to where you can walk around to the front of the open deck. They call it a secret deck. It's not really much of a secret anymore, but it's a nice area where you can go out and just catch a view, sunrise, sunsets. There are very few people walking on the deck, so most of the time it's like you'll be there alone or with 1 or 2 people. So the room was spacious, very spacious. No complaints about that. So I actually love the room and actually want to book it again on other cruises. So check mark for the stateroom again. The interior with the walkway view. The next thing I will talk about is dining. Now, if you saw my videos, you know that I am gluten-free. So I did go to the dining room a few times. I'm not big on evening meals, so I just ordered maybe a couple of appetizers, but still, you always do your time dining because sometimes I go, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just go when I'm hungry or I want a little something, and I prefer not to have that set time. So I always do your time dining. The service is always great. You can request the same server even if you do your time dining, but usually I just go in and pop out, and that's about it. But service was great. I had no problems. Now there was a night when I ate with a family that invited me to join them, And now gluten-free, of course, they have to serve it or prepare it differently. So now this has happened before. By the time everyone else finished eating, I was just now getting my appetizers. Now, luckily, that was one of the nights where I got appetizers only. When they were finishing their desserts, I was just getting my appetizers. Other than that, food is great. Carnival does well with gluten-free foods, which is one of the reasons why I'm hesitant to jump on other ships based on the vlogs that I've seen regarding gluten-free dining on other ships, but I will one day because I do want to sail other ships. So in addition to the dining room, Carnival has different eateries around the ship, which is what I like because they all do gluten-free very well. So love Guy's Burgers. I love the Blue Iguana Cantina. That's one of my absolute favorites. I go there several times on a cruise. The Seafood Shack. And also there's specialty dining, the steakhouse. I always go Embarkation Day to the steakhouse for dinner, mainly because for gluten-free or food allergies, you have to order a day ahead. Now, there are options in the main dining room, but hey, why not treat myself to the steakhouse? So I do that, and they also have the Italian restaurant, which I love as well. All restaurants provided great service. The one that I was missing was Gigi's. Gigi's is actually one of my favorite Carnival restaurants, but there wasn't one on the Carnival Magic. So that would have made the Carnival Magic a little bit better for me. So as far as dining, food, no complaints. Now, for you gluteners, you have the buffet. I actually, things may be better when we return to sailing, but I avoid the buffet except for the omelet station because sometimes you can see people mixing spoons and things like that. When people mix the utensils, it can cause cross-contamination and possibly get me sick. So I just avoid it altogether. So, but there's that option for those of you and I failed to capture that in my videos. Even though I don't eat much at the buffet, I still want to show you what you can have at the buffet. So next cruise, I will definitely get shots of everything that's available on the buffet. But dining, no problems. Food was great anywhere I ate. Now let's talk about the entertainment. If you are an avid Carnival cruiser, entertainment is pretty much the same types. You got your trivia, you have your playlist production shows. I did go to the lip sync battle. I only went to the final just to see the final show and who wins. I don't think I did the playlist production this time. I've seen several shows. I think they may have been playing something that I've seen before. And I do comedy shows a lot. So this ship, they had Just June. She was great. She was phenomenal. I actually caught only her shows. The other nights there were other comedians on the ship, but for some reason I was doing this or that and I didn't get to the other shows. But Just June, she was hilarious. I actually loved her. So, but entertainment around the ship, again, trivia, some of the shops, different tastings, of course the atrium parties. Again, your typical, Carnival entertainment. So nothing that I can really complain about. There were always activities, the dive-in movies. I always enjoy those. So great on the entertainment. I always have a good time on Carnival with entertainment. Next, I will talk about the Cloud 9 Spa. Out of all my cruises, I have never gone to the spa before, but on my last cruise with my mother, she actually went to the spa and got a hot stone massage, and she enjoyed it so much. I said, next time, especially for my birthday, I am going to the spa and I'm going to get that hot stone massage. So that's exactly what I did. And it was absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. I enjoyed it. It was really great. Now the spa area, very nice. Soft music, smelled very nice, different aromas and everything. Very relaxing environment. The massage, again, very nice. Now, at the end, now it is true that they do try to upsell, you know, and she was trying to sell me on this brush that she used on my skin. It felt very nice, but I just couldn't get into the $45 for a brush. You know, it's a brush. So didn't get it, but it was very nice. But all in all, I enjoyed the massage and I enjoyed the Cloud9 spa. I will definitely do that again sometime in the future. So thumbs up for me on the Cloud9 spa. Now I will talk about ports. So on this cruise, on the Carnival Magic, our first port was Grand Turk. Grand Turk, I've been there a few times already, and it is my absolute favorite. So much so that I usually only go to one place when we go to Grand Turk. I go to Jack's Shack. So Jack's Shack is a 10-minute walk down at the end of the port. So but it's a nice scenic walk. You get to walk through all the areas, look at the ship as you're walking by. When you get there, chairs are free. I think the umbrella was $10. So I usually go early in the morning, as early as possible, so I can get my pick of where I want my lounger, and then it's just so peaceful before everybody gets. I mean, it's still peaceful when people are there, but early in the morning, you know, before people start to pack in there, it's just, you know, just really quiet. You can really hear the ocean and just feel the breeze. It's just so relaxing. So and then Jack's Shack, I love their jerk chicken. So they start cooking early in the morning, and that's the thing, you can smell it as soon as you get there. So I get the jerk chicken and fries. I get the same thing every time. I know I need to start switching things up to do something different, to experience some different things, but hey, when you like what you like, I mean, hey, you can't go wrong there. So, you know, always a good time at Jack's Shack. Maybe the next time I go to Grand Turk, I'll slip in, you know, a tour around the area, because I have not done that before. But as long as I can do them both, I'll do that next time. So that was Grand Turk for me. And we left at 1 p.m. The next port was La Romana, Dominican Republic. Now that was on my birthday. I've been to the Dominican Republic a couple of times, although it was Amber Cove. So I decided, this was the day that I decided to go to the Cloud9 spa on my birthday for a birthday massage. So I didn't get to see La Romana, but I'm sure it was nice. The view of La Romana, you know, in my spa room, that was great. So for that reason, I'll give La Romana a thumbs up. And the next port was Curacao. Curacao is such a beautiful port with the architecture, the colors, and everything. So in Curacao, I took a bus tour, a tour around the city, and they took us, you know, to the Curacao Liquor Factory. That was nice. That was a treat. And we went to a historical military hospital, and also a cave. The caves were very nice. It was quite interesting. So it was a nice tour and a nice view of the city along the way. Of course, the tour guide gave, you know, historical facts along the way. So it was nice. I really enjoyed it. Now, when we got back, I didn't go straight to the ship, but just kind of walked around the port area a little bit to take in the sights. Now, that would be great if you are a shopper. There was a lot of shopping stores, or a lot of retail stores in the area, but I'm not much of a shopper, so I just walked around for a little bit and then went back to the ship. But I had a great time. Now, the last port day was in Aruba. Aruba, oh, that was so nice. So in Aruba, I did take another tour, a bus tour. And now there is not much to Aruba. There's nothing in Aruba. But it's just, to me, it's just a nice, again, I'm a beach person, so it was another nice beach stop. So we went to, you know, a lighthouse they took us to, the bus driver took us to, and then we did a beach stop, and it was very nice. Now, of all the tours I've taken where I've done beach stops before, it was kind of, quick and rush. This one we had, I don't know, it was maybe a couple of hours to, actually relax and enjoy the beach. We were there first, got our pick of loungers, and just had a great time. I didn't eat there, but I did get, one of their signature drinks, which was nice, and just had a great time, again, relaxing out there on the beach. So thumbs up for Aruba. I had a great time. I would highly recommend. I do want to go again though, so even though there's not much there. Next time I go, I want to go to Eagle Beach, which we passed by and I've heard so much about, so I want to do that the next time. But thumbs up for Aruba. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is sea days on the Carnival Magic. Now, we had 3 sea days on this 8-day cruise. There was one the first sailing day and then 2 at the end. I love sea days. I know some people like port days, I don't like port heavy cruises. I like I would love it if I could do like port day, sea day, port day, sea day. So that's very nice. Or I love the 2 sea days at the end. This was my first time having that. That was great. But so sea day on the Carnival Magic. Now a couple of the sea days, the first sea day and the next to the last sea day, I did activities with the group from my sailing group, the Facebook sailing group. So there was a bar crawl, the cabin crawl was on the first sea day, and that was fun. I would do that again because it gave me an opportunity to see other rooms available on cruise ships, and I did see the the cabin that I want to get in the future, which was the Cove balcony. I would love to get one of those in the future. And then on the next to the last sea day, I did the bar crawl with the group, and that was a lot of fun. I did mostly filming, didn't do too much drinking, but still, it was a lot of fun. But other activities around the ship, again, same as when I talked about entertainment, they still have, a whole lineup of activities to do if that's what you want to do. Now, typically sea days, I like to take the daytime. Again, I'm a relaxer. And I like to take the daytime and just, go find a space to relax around the ship. Now, typically the space that I go to is the Serenity deck. Now, this is probably one of my dislikes about Carnival Magic. Now, and this is only because I've been on other Carnival ships, so I have other ships to compare it to. The Serenity deck. Now, by far, to me, Carnival Sunshine has the best Serenity deck ever. It's a 3-deck Serenity deck. Of course, they got the bar out there, and they have the salad for lunch and everything. I can't. You know what? I can't. No, I don't know if the Magic sold. If the Magic had the bar for lunch, because I wasn't there long enough to find out. I don't know. It's something about the layout of the Serenity deck on the Magic. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't allow for like good views or anything. It's just not the best layout to me. So typically, and this happened on my group cruise as well, same thing, I find the deck area outside of the Ocean Plaza on deck 5. I like that much better as a place to go, or even usually deck 11, the deck above Lido, the loungers along the sides there. Either one of those 2 areas. On this cruise though, I went to the lounge area outside of the Ocean Plaza on deck 5, to hang out on sea day. So the Serenity deck, not my biggest fan on the Carnival Magic, but there are other options, so that's still a plus. Now, the cruise director. Now, on this sailing of the Carnival Magic, I had Simon London. Now, before, as a comparison, before the first time I had Dr. E. He was awesome. And on my group cruise, I think it was Mark Anthony, and he was funny as well. I enjoyed his energy. Simon London, love his energy, lots of energy. He can go, he's an entertainer, awesome. But Simon has his own flavor, I would say. Now, one of my favorite things, the atrium party, is Motown. So I love doing the Motown. It's not really trivia because everybody knows it's just a sing along, but it's just one of my favorite things to do on the ship. So now Simon, it was Motown, but he does more like participation, like audience participation. So I recall singing along on maybe 2 or 3 songs, and that was about it. And the rest was like, you know, mainly participation, some type of activity with the song. So I was a little disappointed because that was one of the things that, you know, that's one of my favorite things to do on the ship. So, but Simon, he is an awesome person. He sent me some chocolates to my room, chocolate strawberries rather, for my birthday. But again, great energy, just a little bit different flavor than, you know, what and that's the whole thing. I'm probably doing this comparison thing, but he was a great cruise director. And finally, Debarkation. So Debarkation, I took my bags off. I always carry my bags on and off the cruise. Even before I became a platinum cruiser, I had faster to the fun, so I was always able to go straight to my room. So Debarkation day, for breakfast, I went and got an omelet from the omelet station, and after that, I said goodbye to my room steward and the assistant and just rolled my things off the ship. No problems, no lines. Now, I had no problems. There was no usually when you get down to deck 3, I mean, it's just packed with people and you can't even get off the elevators, but none of that on this for me. But I left pretty early, maybe about 8:30, I think, or maybe somewhere between 8:30 and 9. You know, when I got home and looked online at our Facebook group. Now, some people said Debarkation was the worst for them. So I don't know if it just got packed later or got bad later, but for me, when I got off the ship early in the morning, it was pretty easy peasy. So again, would I recommend the Carnival Magic? Well, obviously, since I've booked it 3 times, I would highly recommend it. It is of I think it's the Dream class ship. That's the Carnival Dream, Carnival Breeze, and Carnival Magic. I haven't been on the other 2. And for me, I find them easy to navigate because after, I guess, so many cruises and their ships are pretty much laid out the same. So you get familiar with the layout of the ships. So overall, the Carnival Magic, would I recommend it? Yes, had a great time. I highly recommend it as a ship to book. So there you have it. That is my personal review of the Carnival Magic. And if you like it, please give this video a thumbs up. And hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload a fresh new video, and share. All right, guys, so see you next week. Bye.